A mother's love knows no boundaries. I'm Gabrielle Harmon, and the story you're about to hear is about one mom who decided to make a change for her children, all with the help of a Hampton Roads organization, Samaritan House. And that mom tells me her story is still being written and that she hopes it helps at least one person.
The secrets that you keep, it literally makes you sick.
For years, Tarantula Nicholson kept her secret hidden.
I became a mother before I became a woman. And so I got pregnant at 17 by my abuser and had my first child at 18. I called that my Color Purple chapter. You know, I got my first engagement ring after a bunch of toxic drama. You're cheating, but you put a knife to my throat. Nobody knew.
But one day, her secret was discovered by her two children, whom she had been shielding it from.
And I look back on how protective I was because I was never protected. So you either become the victim or you become the abuser.
It is very true. It's very true. It's very true.
True for DeAndre, Tarantula's son, and at 5 years old, his world changed.
I wasn't supposed to be seeing something like that, you know. I always, seeing my mom and dad, together in a positive space, so that time that I witnessed my dad choking my mom, it had me very confused. The abuse definitely had an impact on my life. I took to the abuser. Like I wanted a bond with the abuser. And so, I mean, you can only imagine, I've had my experiences with abuse.
When I saw my 5 and my 7-year-old looking at me from around the corner getting choked, I left 2 days later and never looked back.
Tarantula made her way to Samaritan House in Virginia Beach, a place she says saved her life.
We serve over 200 families a year just in our emergency shelter program.
Robin Gauthier has been with Samaritan House for 25 years. She tells me their emergency shelter is the first step for many families to begin anew.
And the impact of that on those lives, it really changes the trajectory of the lives of the children and the lives of the adults.
Nobody could do what Samaritan House did for me. Nobody had the resources, nobody had the wisdom, nobody had the plan, nobody had the house, nobody had the support.
It has allowed my family, to be, to really just pay it forward.
While healing and mending the broken pieces, a full circle moment for both Tarantula and DeAndre as they help others through conversations and creativity.
I was recently awarded for my contribution to mental health, and Samaritan House played a huge part in me beginning to tell that story.
And I'm just really thankful to get that time now, because I got who she was and I got who she is, and I'm very proud of who she is and who she's becoming.
Gabrielle Harmon, WTKR News 3.